Right now, we're here at the Airbnb I'm using for camp. I've been here for about 6 weeks now. My work ethic only gets better as the fights get bigger, and I know as the fights get bigger, I'm just gonna keep training just as hard as I did back then.
Does everyone always come to training, or is it just today?
Every day.
Oh yeah, they always come with you?
Yup, every day. These fights are everything to me right now. These are the fights that motivate me, the ones that get me to get up and train 100%, stay motivated, locked in the gym. Whether it's a decision or knockout, he's not beating me.
Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez is in camp, and the countdown to Antonio Vargas has officially begun. From world champion to even more dangerous, he is locked in and motivated to win this fight at any cost.
There's no pressure. I mean, I feel like I was born to be here. I was born to be performing on these stages. When my brother won his world title, that's when I was happier for that one than when I won my own. Seeing my brother happy like that, it meant everything to me, because I look up to that. I look up to him a lot. So to see that, it made me even more motivated to win my own. And when I did win my own, it was a dream come true for the both of us to be world champions at the same time. And even for my family, it's always been a dream of all of us for us to be world champions. So for us to be world champion at the same time, it just makes it that much better.
Bam is relentlessly ambitious and obsessed with sharpening every single skill. Nothing gets overlooked every session. Every rep is a step toward perfection.
It's going to be a hell of a fight. Like, it's not hyperbole when I say it's a 50-50 fight, but I got to go with the youth. I got to go with the career momentum that Rodriguez has.
I took it as it came, just like any other fight, another day in the office. And I was, the same Bam Rodriguez as usual. Every time I come in the gym, I just make sure to give it 100% every day. That's what I'm here to do, here to work. So when it's work time, it's time to go.
Bam trains with one thing in mind. Whether shadowboxing or sparring, every rep is about becoming a sharper, more complete fighter. And with his name already inspiring the next generation in the gym, the standard he sets goes far beyond just winning fights. Even back in 2011, it was clear this kid was different. Shakur Stevenson stepped into the ring with a young Bam for sparring, and immediately felt the talent and power that set him apart from everyone else. Bam wasn't just destined for greatness, the signs were there from the very beginning.
I knew Bam since Bam was like a little kid. I actually sparred Bam a long time ago. He was little.
You sparred Bam?
Yeah, we sparred at the OTC. He was smaller than me.
What year was this? If you can remember, like,
I want to say I was getting ready
2011,
for the Olympics.
2010?
I want to say I was getting ready for the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
I'm sparring him, and I'm playing. I'm like, man, it's a little dude. I'm playing around.
Yeah.
Motherfucker caught me with like a good body shot. Boom! Like, damn. Like, how the hell this little dude punch harder than people like my weight? And,
He was dropping everybody with body shots in amateurs.
Yeah.
That's how he started getting his name out there.
So at that time, I was real close to him, but it kind of threw me off. I'm like, man, this dude strong for like a little kid and a smaller guy. But I always knew how special he was. I always knew what type of special talent he was.
Bam has risen from a kid who started boxing at 10. Now at the top, he's driven by gratitude and an unshakable hunger to give back everything they gave him.
On my way to unify another division, so I mean, time flies, and just the whole journey itself has been badass. It's been a blessing, a lot of ups and downs, but here we are. We're at the top. Honestly, bro, it's mind-blowing. I know I'm kind of the person that's never satisfied, but when I actually sit down, moments like this, or when I'm driving, I just think back to like how far I've come, since I started boxing at 10 years old, my parents sacrificed their life. They, missed work multiple days and even had to quit jobs at times just to provide for us to be where we are today. And just to be able to, fulfill our dreams with the help of my parents, and now be able to get back to them is just a blessing. And
watching his brother Josh claim a world title didn't just inspire Bam, it lit a fire in him to stand right beside him as a champion.
I hate to predict, because anything would happen in boxing. I truly believe it's going to be a fight where Bam wins by knockout.
I just know for sure I'm winning. My hand will be raised at the end of the night and go home to my kids.
Meanwhile, Bam Rodriguez doesn't even need to watch the film. That's how locked in and confident he is, and Vargas should be worried. Sure, Vargas is tough, fast, and never stops coming, but Bam is out here basically saying bring whatever you got, and that ice-cold mentality is absolutely terrifying for any opponent.
Yeah, just go test the waters at 118, get the victory, and then hopefully move back down and become undisputed, and then go from there.
Have you watched a lot of footage on Vargas? Like, what do you know about him?
I mean, I don't watch footage of any fighters that I fight, to be honest.
Or have you watched any of his fights?
I've seen a couple of his fights live. He's a good fighter. He's tough. He doesn't stop. He has a lot of heart. But I mean, that's pretty much all I know about him. He has good speed as well. I know he was a good amateur. That's as much as I know about that. So.
On the other hand, Bam is just one belt away from undisputed, and he's got the roadmap locked in. Handle Vargas, go back to 115, grab the IBF, and make history. The plan is clean, the focus is razor sharp, and honestly, the way he's been moving, this isn't a dream anymore. It's just a matter of time. The super flyweight division better brace itself.
So the goal is to get a third divisional title and then fulfill your goal of undisputed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only one belt away. The IBF is the last belt I'm missing, so definitely want to get Antonio Vargas out the way and then go back to 115 and get the IBF and become undisputed.
So when Zuffa came knocking, Bam stayed loyal. He had his options, heard the offers, and chose to stick with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn because he's happy where he is. That kind of confidence in his team says a lot about the trust and relationship they've built together. Bam knows exactly who has his back, and right now, that unity could be the secret weapon heading into the biggest fights of his career.
Well, you re-signed with Matchroom. I wanted to ask you, just because obviously I'm hearing from a lot of fighters that you are seeing that they're being approached by Zuffa. Were you in fact approached by them? And
I was, but like you said, we've resigned with Matchroom and we're happy where we're at. So just expect more bigger fights, bigger nights.
Are you a bit surprised by, like, you know, who's kind of deciding to go over to Zuffa at this point? And is any of it shocking to you?
Maybe a little bit. But I mean, that's really up to them. That's their business. I just mind my own and do what I gotta do.
What makes this camp completely different is that Bam had the full preparation this time around. No 6-day notice, no moving up and weight scrambling, just 7 solid weeks of focused, dedicated work. He and his team have zeroed in on strength and conditioning without overdoing it, trusting that his speed and footwork will be the real difference makers on fight night. And with Bam already feeling stronger than he did against Carlos Cuadras, Vargas is about to see a version of Bam Rodriguez that is fully locked in and ready to prove a point.
Given the circumstances, the way on which I took that fight, it was a 6 days notice. I was moving up, so you know it's gonna be a different Bam Rodriguez this fight. I've had a whole training camp knowing I'm fighting at one. So we've been working on strength and conditioning a lot more. My coach Charles, my strength and conditioning coach, we know we've been working a lot more on strength, but you know we're not overdoing it either. We know that we have to go in there and use our footwork, our speed, and that's what's gonna win us the fight. You know, with this training camp, I feel a lot stronger than I did against Carlos Cuadras. Like I said, I've had a whole training camp.
On top of all that, Bam was also spotted linking up with Jaron Ennis during camp, and that right there tells you everything about the level this man is operating at. When you're bringing in one of the most talented and feared fighters on the planet to push you in the gym, you know the preparation is on a completely different level. Bam is leaving absolutely nothing to chance heading into this fight.
Okay, cool. Put it. Okay. Your elbow. Yeah, when y'all beat them, I'm gonna make it back and try to get back where I am. Yeah. Got it. That's why I said don't get too close. Yeah, I was too close.
7 weeks deep into camp, Bam isn't just preparing for a fight. He's on a mission to silence every single doubter. The hunger in that gym is different this time. The strength is there, the speed is there, and the focus is locked in like never before. And on top of all that, sharing this world champion journey with his brother at the same time is something they've dreamed about since they were kids. Making every rep and every round in that gym means so much more. Knowing how proud it makes their parents, the same parents who sacrificed everything, makes this moment bigger than boxing.
Being a world champion at the same time as my brother is crazy. It's been a dream of ours. Not in the same division, in the same weight division, but you know, just being world champion at the same time, it's amazing not only for us but for my family, my parents. You know, they're just very proud of us. You know, this is everything. This is the most important fight of my career. Since I was little, when I started boxing, I've always wanted to be the best, and you know, just going to the gym every day, I had that in the back of my head that, you know, my biggest accomplishment, my biggest dream was to become world champion. So, you know, just every day in the gym, I had the motivation, I had the thought, you know, just being world champion. One day I just decided to write it down, and that's where that picture came out.
Another boxing host is already calling every fight Bam takes a legacy-defining one, and he keeps choosing the hard road over the easy one. No shortcuts, no soft touches, just top-tier opposition and a young champion who is hell-bent on cementing his name among the all-time greats. That right there is what separates Bam from the rest.
The fight itself and, you know, Bam's decision to kind of to take this fight, you know, just sums up what an incredible fighter he is. You know, this is what all-time greats do. This is what pound-for-pound stars do. They chase greatness. You know, I know he didn't go undisputed at super flyweight, but, you know, will people kind of care that he didn't fight Willibaldo Garcia, the IBF champion at super fly? You know, undisputed only matters if you fight the very best. You know, he's already unified fighting the very best, so a fight against Willibaldo Garcia won't kind of detract from his legacy if he's moving up to face a dangerous champion. And
boxing fans aren't sleeping on Vargas' one bit 11 knockouts, all action style, and a war against Daigo Higa shows this guy comes to fight every single time. But let's be real, stepping in with Bam Rodriguez is a completely different animal and the biggest test of Vargas' career by a mile. Respect to Vargas for taking the challenge, but this is one serious step up in class.
And he's up against Antonio Vargas. As I say, dangerous fighter. Only one loss on his record, 11 KOs, I believe. So he can bang, you know. And he's had good wins against the likes of Jonathan Rodriguez, you know, and names like that. But nobody near the level of a Bam Rodriguez. You know, not many people are at the level of a Bam Rodriguez, but certainly a big step up in terms of competition for Antonio Vargas. And of course, the last time out, we seen him in Japan in a highly entertaining fight.
Right after a fight with Vargas, Bam is set to fight potentially with Naoya Inoue. When it comes to the 4-pound jump, the argument is simple for Bam. It's barely a stretch, while the 32-year-old champion, still dangerous as ever, is slowly but surely aging out of his prime. The window to make this rare clash happen, two quiet and respectful murderers from different generations colliding at the perfect moment, is closing faster than people realize, and missing it would be a crying shame.
We've seen stars be produced by name recognition fighting name recognition in their ipso facto primes. Now again, Inoue is aging out of his prime, I would say at 32 years old, but he's still got some juice left. He still has top level performances left in his tank, and I know Bam is the next generation of the lower weight class boxing, but he is talented, he's fast, he's got a mean streak, all the things that you love about Inoue in a similar way you love about Bam Rodriguez. They're very quiet, unassuming guys, very respectful for the sport, but once they get in, absolute murderers, and that's what we want to see, that matchup.
Right now, the numbers and the logic point toward Inoue. The experience, the age, the natural size advantage, and the track record of dominating at higher weight classes all stack up in his favor if this fight happened today. It is hard to argue against a fighter who has looked absolutely untouchable every time he has stepped through the ropes at this level. Sean Porter is keeping it honest, and for good reason. Inoue, at this moment in time, is simply the safer bet.
Inoue being slightly older, more experienced and things like that, I am inclined to favor Inoue in this fight, even though I haven't seen as much Inoue as I've seen Bam. But the reason why I favor is because the age gap, the size gap. That's big for the little guys. And Inoue is a monster. He's a monster. So I think that Inoue would be the favorite, and on the betting odds and the blah 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 blah. And it's a hell of a fight, but I just feel like there's a gap there.
As talented and complete as Bam undeniably is, Porter is keeping it real, and honestly, as a boxing fan, you have to respect that. Porter sees everything we see: the total package, the slick skills, the heart, the exciting style that makes Bam must-watch TV every single time he fights. But when it comes to stepping in with a destroyer like Inoue, Porter is saying, hold on, experience and physical maturity at that level are things you simply cannot fake or rush. And look, it hurts to hear, but deep down, every real boxing fan knows Porter has a point. Bam's time is absolutely coming, just maybe not right this second.
Bam get more experience.
Bam has to have more experience.
That's the number one thing.
He has to have more strength. Let me say this real quick, and now I think we can get out of here. Strength doesn't mean putting on muscle so that you can hit somebody and clock them. There's strength that you need to withstand what you're getting hit with as well. And Bam has to really build his body up a little bit more, getting in the ring with somebody like Inoue, who has both speed, power, quick, who has the total package. I think Bam has the total package, and he's growing into becoming the total package, while Inoue is there now having the total package.
6-year age difference.
Yeah.
And here is where it gets really exciting. It's just 2 more years, and this whole conversation flips completely. As Bam continues to grow into his frame, stack up experience, and hit his absolute physical peak, what looks like a tough matchup today could easily become a dead even 50-50 fight, or maybe even tip in Bam's favor. The division is only going to get more dangerous as Bam keeps developing, and the best version of Jesse Rodriguez might still be yet to come.
The guy off the canvas and got the knockout. I love that. So both can be put down, both can be hurt. So we'll see.
That would be a sharp fight. 2 years? Year.
Yeah, 2 years. After 2 years.
I hate to wait 2 years, but I think 2 years is like, now we talking about who's this fight favor. It favors Bam, I think, in 2 years.
Yeah.
Might favor Bam in 2 years, might be 50-50 in a year. And now I think I got 60-40, 55-45.
Robert Garcia has been in Bam's corner as a believer for 7 years, watching this kid develop into a world champion long before the rest of the world even knew his name. Now, with the Inoue conversation getting louder by the day, Garcia isn't shying away from it. He knows the demand is real and the people want it, but in true Garcia fashion, he's half jokingly suggesting they pump the brakes and let Inoue collect a few more years before throwing him in there with Bam.
Have you gotten a lot of calls about Bam and Inoue yet?
A lot.
What do people tell you, Robert?
They want to see it. They love it.
They all say the Bam wins, right?
Everybody loves it.
Pete, I've been saying that for 7 years. 7? I have the video. 7 years. Bam was amateur, and I called it. I have the video because we call his dad on FaceTime.
How old is he right now?
Who?
26. Yeah. We said, let's wait till he's 41. And,
you don't need to wait.
After the fight, he's like, let's do it next.
You said let's do it next?
So wait till he's 41. Wait till he's 41. We have a fight.
Okay, after the fight. Respect.
And shifting to the pound-for-pound debate, this panel has seen this argument tear boxing fans apart for years, and honestly, it never gets old. But what makes this particular debate so fascinating is that it goes way deeper than just rankings. It exposes a fundamental disagreement about what pound-for-pound actually means, and whether boxing as a sport even has a unified standard to measure greatness by in the first place.
The most updated one is Inoue's number 1. Usyk is number 2, Shakur is number 3.
No, Bam should be 1.
Bam is number 4, David is number 5, then Devin number 6.
Devin should not be in the top 10.
7. And then 8 is...
Why is
That's like 10.
that's very high for Devin? Why?
Who's Devin?
Haney, number 6 in the world?
Devin is number 7. Devin who? Haney, 6 or 7.
How could he be that high, Peter? No, that's because Turkey. It must be a ring list. Because that's all Turkey guys.
He's beat. Yeah, he's 5. Oh. He's beat Lomac,
Yeah, he lost that fight.
A lot about the future of the division. Bam has the skill, the pressure, the IQ, and the momentum, but Antonio Vargas is coming in hungry, dangerous, and with absolutely nothing to lose. And in boxing, that can make a fight very interesting. The big question is, can Bam continue proving he's one of the most complete fighters in the sport today? Or are we about to witness a major upset? Styles make fights, and this matchup has all the ingredients for fireworks. Now I want to hear from all of you in the comments. Who are you picking to win? Does Bam get the stoppage, or does Vargas push him into deep waters? What round do you think the fight ends? And after this fight, who should the winner face next? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you never miss any upcoming fight coverage, predictions, breaking boxing news, reactions, and post-fight analysis. We've got a lot more content on the way.